Class 37 37901 Mileless Pioneer was built in 1963 at Vulcan Foundry Works in Lancaster. She was numbered D6580. Later on, she was changed to 37150 and now is 37901 in Rail Freight Metals livery, being owned by Europhoenix. Class 31108 was built in 1959 by Brush Traction in Loughborough Works as D5526. The locomotive entered service with British Railways in 1959 and was later renumbered to 31108 in 1974 as seen today. She operates in Rail Freight Grey and is owned by A1A Locomotive Limited and is based at the Midland Railway in Derbyshire. Class 37 37508 was built in 1963 by English Electric at the Robert Stevenson and Hawthorns Works. She was originally numbered D6790, later was purchased by Lorram Rail in 2024 for mainline use and was repainted into Rail Freight Grey livery. Class 37 37418 Encomen Gehelach was built in 1965 at the Vulcan Foundry in Newton de Willows. She operates under Lorram Rail and was repainted in January 2024 into Lorram's distinctive flame red, black and white livery. She is based at Derby RTC and is used for infrastructure and freight services. Standard 5 73129 was built at Derby Works in 1956. She was withdrawn from service by British Railways in 1967. She was rescued from Woodwin Brothers scrapyard in Barry, Wales. She underwent a lengthy restoration project and returned to steam for the first time in 2005. She operates on the Midland Railway, Butterley. LNWR Coal Tank 1054 was built in 1888 at the Crewe Works. She was designed for short-distance goods trains, although later seen hauling passenger trains up and down the London North Western Railway. She is now preserved by the Bahamas Locomotive Society and is based at the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. Peppercorn A1 6163 Tornado was built in 2008 by the A1 Steam Locomotive Trust as a modern recreation of the famous LNER Peppercorn A1 Pacifics. Since completion, she had operated mainline excursions across Britain. After her overhaul in 2024, she has been seen across the UK on numerous different tours. Class 99 99001 is the first of a new generation of hybrid freight locomotives. She was built by Stadler Rail in 2024 and underwent testing in Czech Republic. She was shipped in 2 months ago and is now undergoing testing in the UK with her sister 99002 for GBRF. Gresley A4 6007 Sir Nigel Gresley was built in 1937 at the Doncaster Works and was named after her designer, Sir Nigel Gresley. She operated on the East Coast Main Line and achieved fame by setting the post-war steam speed record of 112 miles per hour in 1959. She was withdrawn from service in 1966 and was preserved by the Sir Nigel Gresley Locomotive Trust and Locomotive Services Limited, where she operates mainline rail tours. Class 37 37401 Mary Queen of Scots was built in 1965 at the English Electric Vulcan Foundry in Newton le Willows. She is currently owned by Locomotive Services Limited and operates on the main line. Class 67 67005 King's Messenger was built by Alstom at the Mindfeser factory in Valencia, Spain. She was built in 1999 and operates the Royal Train alongside sister locomotive 67006 Royal Sloverin. Both are maintained and based at Totton Depot. Class 55 Deltic 55009 Alcidian was built in 1961 by English Electric. She was originally numbered D9009 and later renumbered 55009 in 1974. She was later withdrawn from service in 1982 and now is preserved at Barrow Hill. Stania Mogul 13268 was built in 1934 at Crewe Works as a part of a fleet of 40 locomotives. She was withdrawn from service in 1966, having covered more than 700,000 miles. She was saved from Barrow Scrapyard and has been based at the Severn Valley Railway ever since, under the ownership of the Stania Mogul Fund. Bullied Merchant Navy 35018 British India Line was built in 1945 at Brighton Works. She was designed by Oliver Bulleid to work for the Southern Railway. She spent 15 years in Woodward Brothers scrapyard after being withdrawn from service in 1964, before being rescued for preservation in 1979. Restoration saw this loco return to steam in 2017 with West Coast Railways. Grizzly A3 60103 Flying Scotsman was built in 1923 at Doncaster Works as a Grizzly A1 and was later rebuilt as an A3 in 1947. She gained fame by being the first steam locomotive to reach 100 miles per hour. She was preserved for the National Railway Museum in 2004, which gave the loco a comprehensive restoration to full mainline standards. She now operates on heritage lines as well as hauling mainline tours. Peppercorn A2 60532 Blue Peter was built at Doncaster Works in 1948. She was designed for express passenger work along the East Coast Main Line. In 1968, she was preserved by Jeff Dury. Blue Peter's most recent overhaul was finished in 2024, and now she is back running rail tours on the main line. Class 47 47739 was built at the Brush Traction Falcon Works in Loughborough in 1966. She used to work for Colas Rail Freight until 2017 when she was purchased by GBRF. She continues service and is used for rolling stock moves on the main line. Class 93 93003 was built in 2023 by Stadler Rail. 93003 and her 9 sister locomotives were built in Valencia, Spain, and are currently undergoing testing. The Class 93 were made for freight and passenger use, being able to run under electric, diesel and battery power sources. Class 69 69016 British Transport Police was rebuilt in 2020 from a Class 56 to a Class 69. She was built by GBRF and was painted into a very distinctive blue and white police livery. She was designed to promote the British Transport Police Tech Service 61016 and enhance a public awareness of this safety initiative. Class 50s 50007 Hercules, 50033 Glorious and 50049 Defiance were all built in 1968 at the Vulcan Foundry Works in Newton-le-Willows, Lancashire. All 3 locos are owned by the Class 50 Alliance Limited, based at Kidminster. The fleet is notable for its mainline certification, allowing these locos to operate mainline rail tours around the UK. Class 52 D1015 Western Champion was built in 1963 at Swindon Works. She used to run in the Western region before being withdrawn from service in 1976. She was preserved by the Diesel Traction Group just 4 years later and returned to mainline operation in 2002. Class 91 91110 Battle of Britain Memorial Flight was built in 1989 at the Crewe Works. She received the name Battle of Britain Memorial Flight at the National Railway Museum's Railfest event. This livery honours the RAF's iconic aircraft. 91110 also holds the British Electric train speed record of 161.7 miles per hour. She achieved this on the 17th of September 1989. Class 86 86401 Mons Meg was built by English Electric in 1966 and carried number E3199. She was the only Class 86 to carry Network South East livery before her career with EWS. She was withdrawn from service in 2002 and 2 years later preserved by AC Locomotive Group. In 2020 she was purchased by West Coast Railways and is mainline registered. Stania Jubilee 45596 Bahamas was built in 1934 by North British Locomotive Company in Glasgow. Bahamas worked across the LMS and British Railways networks. She was withdrawn in 1966 and saved by the Bahamas Locomotive Society. Her latest overhaul was completed in 2019 and Bahamas is back running rail tours on the main line. Class 40 4106 Atlantic Convoyer was built in 1960 by Robert Stevenson and Hawthorns Ltd at Darlington. She was withdrawn by British Rail 23 years later, on the 21st of April 1983. She is now owned by the Class 40 Preservation Society and is on long-term loan at the Severn Valley Railway. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.